First shot of the day on a wonderful Saturday. It's getting a little warmer out around here, so shop isn't too bad. But today what I got for you guys is I'm going to be taking apart the front suspension on this old truck here. So I'm going to be going through taking these coils off, and probably the traction bar as well, and maybe, I don't know, actually. I know for sure coils and traction's coming off. The shocks will come off. Those are long after dead, but I don't have any stands or any jack stands or anything right now. So I'm pretty much going to take these off and bottom it out on the stop, so it'll be fine. It's just gonna kind of chill out. But yeah, it should be pretty simple. Should be pretty exciting. I can't imagine these have too much energy built up in them. When I take them off, especially on the stand, with them lifted up and kind of extended, I'll take them apart and it'll be fine. So going back on would be the harder part. I'll probably get a compressor for it, and it'll be okay. So without any further ado, I'm gonna set you guys up.
Got no time to think. Don't wanna look like I just brought me a bank. Ice in my body, put ice in my veins. I just bought my body a brand new chain. My money, my plans, but I can't complain. It's getting this food right up on my plate. If you my brody, then grab you a plate. Anyone else, you can get out my way. Fucking with me is a bold move. No cap in my rapping, that's so true. If you went up, I ain't saying the whole truth. I ain't from the streets, but I'm still gonna stroll through. And when you reach it to the top, most of these niggas gon' say that they know you. I know this was part of their plot. How the fuck you gon' say that I owe you? I'm all in, yeah. I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, yeah. I'm all in, and you know I'm ballin', yeah. I'm ballin', yeah. I'm ballin', and you know I'm ballin', yeah. All of these bitches, they think that I'm not all in, but I'm just dropping they panties. I'm reading like movies like that in the foreign, but they don't know what hard is. Come from the dirt and you find out what charge is. No charge for the phone and you just tryna call it. No line for the trap, we just ballin'. I had to find us a way to go get to the bread like I'm baking this shit. Like jumping outside of the trap and right into a rig. Gotta get on top of these bricks. My team's so hard, I promise we rich. The things that I got can't afford my shit. My budget on top, just look at my wrist. You know it's a fact, I'm all in, yeah. I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, yeah. I'm all in, and you know I'm ballin', yeah. I'm ballin', yeah. I'm ballin', and you know I'm ballin', yeah.
We took apart the front suspension of this Ford, and at first it was a little different than what I anticipated happening, but it ended up coming out pretty smooth. You see that the coils are gone. I took the traction bars off, I took the stabilizer off, and those are all over here. Now, my plans with these are to somehow sandblast them all down, right? Let me get a light. So my plan is to sandblast all of these down to raw metal and powder coat them all. Now, my idea is having the traction bars, the left and right side, a black, because those kind of mesh in with these, and I don't want them all to be the same accent color on this vehicle. I feel like that might be a little too much in the front end. So I want to have the traction bars black, and the coils and the stabilizing bar a different color, an accent color, kind of make the front end pop and the front suspension pop. Same thing with the rear. I want to take apart a couple things and powder coat those the same color as the accent in the front, so we have a consistent accent color all the way through. And I'm also thinking of painting the drive shafts the same color. I don't know what color I want to do yet. One thing that's been popping in my head back and forth was red, but red with gray, I don't know if that's too aggressive. I guess it really depends on what type of gray we go with as well, but that's the idea so far. And that's all it really took. It took a couple hours, and that was with going to town to get a couple things, like ended up getting a couple jack stands, and I had to go borrow a socket because I didn't have an 1 1/8" socket. So I had to run to town and borrow a couple things, and with all things accounted for, this ended up going pretty quick and pretty smooth. Anyway, I've honestly been thinking about popping this motor out in Tranio, disconnecting everything and jacking it up and putting it on some sort of stand so I can really get down and dirty in between all the cross members and inside the front of this frame so everything's really coated well. I've been going back and forth on this idea. I haven't decided yet if one way I'm gonna go, but soon I'll know, and soon you will see the next progressing step. I think I'm gonna take off the calipers and disassemble the front, what do I call it, hub assembly. Even though it's a 2-wheel drive, there's not a lot going on with it, but I want to take off the caliper brakes, I want to take off the rotor, and I want to get everything as least rusty as I can and painted so it's really just a fresh vehicle all the way through. I honestly think this is going to look nicer than some of the new vehicles right out of the showroom with how clean everything's going to be, especially the new GMs with their coating. It's kind of weird. And I know my father's got a 2019 Chevy. I think it's already the frame's starting to fall apart with the coating that's on it. That is not the frame itself. But anyway, that's I think the next progressing step and what I might want to move into pretty shortly here coming. If you guys like what you saw today, hit that like button. Subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any future episodes, especially relating to this vehicle here. You are not going to want to miss the finish and the final reveal of this vehicle because it is going to be stunning. Anyway, that's it for me today. Have a wonderful
I'm all in, yeah.